Christian Güdemann, Peter Luder, Richie Schmid, Marco Baumann, Arthur Weiner, and Barbara Hegnauer from WebGate have contributed a new application to OpenNTF called myWebGate Social Software. myWebGate is a platform for closed ecosystems where you can share information with colleagues from your own organization as well as with external people. And similarly to other public social networks, you can define friendships, you can follow people and add information into your stream. myWebGate has the following components: directory, user profile, activity stream, and an application directory that I'm gonna demonstrate right now. So actually, before you can use this application, there is some configuration that needs to be done. And I'm currently logged in here as Frank Adams, who is an administrator, which is why I see here the link to the community admin page, which is this page right here. So I won't go through all of the different settings here, just want to highlight one or two key things that you need to do. Now, WebGate has its own directory where user profile information is stored. And before you can use WebGate, you need to actually synchronize the WebGate directory with an existing directory, which is what I've done already, but I just want to show you what I've done. Here I've defined my directory, my existing directory, which is my domino directory, names NSF. And then I can either synchronize that information manually by clicking this button, or I can use a scheduled agent. Now, before I can do that, however, I have to define or initialize these field definitions, where I can define for each field separately where that information is supposed to be stored in, or future information. For example, here for the assistant, I can define whether I want to import, export, or export with an initial import. So after all of this configuration, you can start using the application. For example, Frank Adams now as an end user can open the directory with all people from his organization and can open their user profiles. Now before I open another user profile, I want to show how to edit your own profile. So under profiles there is an action, edit my profile, and here is something like that uses wall with profile information. And at some point, I guess you will be able to upload a picture, and then you can define a whole lot of personal and work-related information. For example, this is where you define the work details. Then you can define here your skills. You can define further personal information, personal experience, and so forth. So then there's another tab here for friends, where all people show up that Frank has connected to. And right now there's only one friend, Anna Bauer, and what I want to do next is to invite another person to Frank's network. So what I'm doing here now is to switch to another browser where I'm logged in as @blanks, who's the person that I want to invite. And right now, as you can see, Frank or Ed doesn't have any friends. So now I need to switch back to Frank, and I open the directory and navigate to @blanks. And here is a button to add or to request friendship with Ed. So I say Ed as friend, and I get a message, friend request has been sent. And there's also another page where I see the friend requests that I've received and that I've sent. Now when I switch back to Add and I navigate a little bit, you should be able to see a notification coming up right here. There it is. So there's this red indication at the top, and here is my request from Frank. So when I open this, I can now confirm or decline, and I go ahead and confirm. And now when I go back to my profile, Ed can see Frank as friend, and vice versa. When I go back to Frank's profile, I should be able to see Ed. There he is. So that's how you add people from your own organization as friends. Now, in addition to that, you can also invite external people. When you go here under this menu and then choose Invite External Person, then you need to click Invite a Friend, you are able to enter an email address, first name, last name, and an invitation text, and an email will be sent to that person. Once that person accepts that invitation, a new user account will be created in the WebGate organization directory. So once you have connected to other people, you are able to use the core functionality of this application, the news stream. So when I open this page here, I see a feed or a stream of news. And what I want to do now is add a new entry here. Let's say Ed is a nice guy, and then I can choose here to whom I want to publish this, public, friends and their friends, or only friends. So I choose friends, and then I say post. And now when I switch back to Ed and open his news stream, I can see the message from Frank right here, and Ed can go ahead now and like this entry as well as comment on it. You're right. Yet another feature of the myWebGate application is the ability to define applications. So let me switch back to Frank. Since he's an administrator, I can again open the administration page, and here I have an entry for applications, and I can add new applications. So what I want to do now is to say I add an application OpenNTF, and I add myself as an owner here. Where's Frank? And I also add as a member, and I define URL. So I just say http opentf.org and save it. Actually, before I save it, I also need to click this checkbox here to make it visible in the apps drop-down menu. So now when I save and then I open this drop-down, I see this new entry here, and I can open that link right from the myWebGate application. And the same functionality should now be available for Ed, since I added him as a member, and here it is. I think that summarizes the functionality of myWebGate. There is documentation available that describes the whole functionality right here. So again, these are the main components: directory, profiles, the activity stream, and the application directory. And one feature that I didn't demonstrate is the ability to have a custom login page, and there are instructions for how to enable that so that the login screen looks like this.